Okay, so card CHF, right? Let's check card CHF. What's wrong with me too? Is my network slow now? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, I am wondering why the network is lagging. And I'm not sure I have
Okay.
card, CSD card CHF. Okay. This USD CHF, AB card. What's happening? Okay. Card CHF. Okay, so
Wait, before I think one thing I observe is this forex.com, they
yeah,
display good price more than this FXCM and Oanda, they are those other ones.
yes,
There's
yes,
always
yes, yes.
inconsistency in the way they display.
Because sometimes some of those providers they just sometimes have funny
Mm,
market
right. Yeah.
because the way the candles form sometimes is sometimes funny. So
Yeah.
you have to
I observe when you analyze, I've forgotten the pair. The open close was very like yours was like the next candle tapped the open close. But
ah
on my screen, tap. I
ah
don't forget now. That was yes, Abi day before one of this session we had this couple of days ago.
okay.
And that was when I realized that though these FSCM they have been inconsistent in their price,
Hmm.
then that day just conclude everything for me. Like if I was trading based off of that strategy, I wouldn't have taken that trade.
I see. I see. Yeah. So most times for me, I just basically anytime I check any of the charts, I just love to come straight to forex.com. Yeah. So because the price action there, it's always kind of more clean. It's cleaner
Mm.
than the other ones.
Other.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. So you remember our technique, how we do it,
Mm.
right?
Yeah.
Very, very simple and easy. Just like we have it weekly, reject weekly, right? Then we want to see daily give us a breakout, right? And we want to see 4 hours give us a sweep and a break, right? Then
Mm.
we can then from there start looking for opportunities to engage the market for an entry. And in a sell scenario, we want to look for weekly rejecting weekly. Then we want to see daily give us a breakout, right? And then we want to see 4 hours give us a sweep and a break. So it's just that same logic. So um, if we look into that coming, so looking at card CHF as a case study, right? Card CHF as a case study. This is the weekly time frame, right?
Mm.
To the line charts. And then what do we have weekly? We have this V-shaped key level here that is resting here. Then line chart. What do we have? Last week, market came into this V-shaped key level, right? What did it do? Closed above, right? So immediately we saw this closure above. It's literally giving us a telltale that yes, we can be bullish for the coming week. But then after we have this closure above, we want to see what daily looks like. Could we get a breakout on the daily? And if we scale down to the daily, what do we have? See, we had, yes, you can see this low, lower high, lower low. We break to the upside, then we came down. We had this sweep, and then we had a break to the upside. So we had this break. So for our daily is bullish, right? And in fact, if you look at it, look at the most recent daily that we have here, the most recent, look at most recent breakout. You could see this.
Yes.
The guy broke out already. So it means that as we saw this breakout, in fact, if we want to, let's even from this daily, let's analyze market behavior. Did you see this now? So we had what? We had a sweep, right? And then we had a break, correct? And after having this break, this explosive break to the upside, this explosive move, this bullish candle to the upside, you know, making this our A-shaped key level a valid one, right?
Yes.
So immediately we had this valid A-shaped key level. Market just even came directly tapped into it, and then it didn't even come back. We did what? Closed bullish. But then we might not have taken this guy, right? Maybe because we just feel like, oh, we did not have more of we didn't have an inducement to trade from. We just really moved like that.
Yeah.
Of course, we could have
Yeah.
traded this if that's like I don't want that to be a path of. There's what we call the continuation kind of trading where you could have taken such trades like this where you can just engage in the continuation, but then it's fine. But what did we see afterwards? After this guy closed bullish, you see this guy sold down, closed above, but it didn't come back, right? This other candle came, tapped into this A-shaped key level. Did you see this now? This is on daily. This daily closed below. And what happened the next day? A sell. Even though in a buy scenario, yet the logic was still respected. So you could see why I tell you that most times we can intend to we just want to focus on what is market doing at the recent time, right? Because of course, even if we are bullish, there will still be some sells, and if we are bearish, there will still be some buys, right? But look at this A-shaped key level. Let's come to line chart. You see that A-shaped key level, and what the market this day market came, tapped into it, closed below, and what happened the next day? Boom. But then this bearishness that happened the next day was leading us to where? Remember our other form of key level. We didn't really talk much about it, but look at it here. Open, close.
Yeah, I wanted to even mention it earlier.
You see that? You see, this is how we study. Now you see, market came into that open close and did what? Closed above. You see that? Closed above. So even if there was no A-shaped key level that we're looking at, but we saw this day market came into an open close key level, closed above. The next day opened up, right? So now we had all of that buys up till this place. Then we had this most recent breakout, and market was doing what again? Market came, tapped into this A-shaped key level, and is tending up. So this buy that is going up, it means that we are sort of bullish because daily has given us daily, weekly give us weekly rejection, daily give us the most recent breakout, right? Then let's look into 4 hours. Look at 4 hours now. 4 hours has given us a most recent break to the upside. But then, what can we see in 4 hours? A sweep. Did you see this? A sweep, right? Oh, sorry. A sweep and what? A break. Did you see that? A sweep and a break. Market came, swept down. Let's study this sweep and break. Are you following? You see how we come and we
Yeah.
just don't.
Mm,
It's all about the logic. It's not that we just come and then we are just looking at these things randomly. You see that after we
mm,
look at them, we come to the candle, and then what do? We begin to study. Having gotten the knowledge from where we are coming from on the weekly to the
mm,
daily and now to the 4 hours. Look at this now.
mm,
Remember this zone from the open close key level from daily.
mm,
Market
mm,
had sold up, came down, did all of this. What did we see? Look at this V-shaped key level. Did you see that? This guy, market came, see this guy. He came close, but he didn't touch. Did you see
mm,
it? Came close, but he didn't touch. The market used this guy as an inducement, and then what made this guy a very valid V-shaped key level. Market tapped into it and what? Boom, closed above. On closing above,
yeah,
market came, tapped into this A-shaped key level, rejected. Then the next candle that came did what? Disrespected it to the upside. Very bullish. And immediately
mm,
we saw that bull. The next market that came, closed, went above, but it didn't come back into this what? A-shaped key level,
mm,
right?
yes.
So what if for the next move, this can
Wait,
happen?
boss, before you go further,
Yes.
okay, though the session is being recorded, but I want to ask question as far it's not recorded, so that will be very
Okay.
clear.
Okay.
Yeah, these after price came to the daily open close,
Mm-hmm.
that one, but did not close above. Sorry, no, leave it on H4. It's on
Okay.
H4. I want to ask my question.
Okay.
Yes. So, but price closed above the open close on daily, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then it went up, then came back down. So
Mm-hmm.
you say that then the place you marked, this side you marked before,
Here.
yes, then you now marked the next bearish candle
Mm,
that not really tap the zone, right?
mm.
Before the bullish candle now tap it and then went up. You say that zone is A-shaped key level.
This one,
So
right?
yeah,
No, it's
yes,
it's
it's
V shape.
A-shaped. So
It's V shape.
V-shaped. Okay, yeah. So I wanted to help me like explain because the only place I can easily call V shape and A shape is very clear on to see it on weekly and daily is not hard for me lately, but
Mm.
to see it on lower time from H4 now, it's kind of tricky for me. So,
That is the reason why we always switch to the line chart.
mm,
You see, when you come to the line chart, it's very obvious.
okay. Oh,
You see this now. See this. You get
okay. As such, you do not pay attention to the last point up, right?
this one.
Yeah. Mm,
Yeah, this is an A shape. Now we are on a bullish trend. And remember
okay.
what we said about it when we are looking at bulls, right?
Mm,
We want to see market for buys, we want to see market reject V shape. For sell, we
okay.
want to see market reject A shape,
A shape.
right?
Okay. I'm clear now. I'm clear
Yes.
now.
It is just in a case of like the one I told you that when I said there's what we call continuation. It is just in a case of a continuation. For example,
Mm,
we have
mm,
we use V shape for buys, right? Right.
mm,
But in a case where, let's say, this V shape market disrespected it to the downside,
mm,
right? If market disrespected to the downside and then it gives us an inducement, market can decide to now come and use that same V shape as a point to keep going down. So maybe in a case
mm.
where the market is actually bearish, but we had a V shape that we thought was going to hold in that bearish market. And then
Okay.
finally we had our limit there and everything. And then market decided to disrespect that limit and then it sold you know, closed below that V-shaped key level, which we were supposed to use as buys initially.
Mm.
Market can now use that same zone as that sell continuation. After disrespecting, it gives us an inducement, a candle that runs and didn't touch it, gives us that inducement. The market will now use that V shape and then continue to the downside.
Mm.
Did you get that logic now?
Yeah. I
And
get
of
you.
course, maybe for an A shape already, they were expecting this A shape to hold for a sell, and then probably with oh man, we are in a sell downward trend, and then all of a sudden the market came respected our sell A shape key level. The market runs down, give us this um candle that didn't tap into it, and the next thing we see
Mm.
is the next candle will come into that A shape and use it as a continuation to the upside.
Mm. No be lie.
Exactly, no be lie. So you could see what happened here. This was that V shape, right? It's obvious. That's why we switch to the line chart. So oftentimes, if you don't see it clearly on the candle chart, you can always switch. So we use the line chart a lot, a lot. You know, when you switch to the line chart, you can see all those turning points. You see this A shape, this V shape, this A shape, this V shape, this A shape, this V shape. You know, remember I told you that that is why we have a lot of A shapes and V shape in the market. But then according to our logic, we are not just using any A shape, V shape that we can see around, right? So what is backing up our A shape and V shape is the fact that if you look at this V shape, A shape now, this A shape that we have here, what is backing this A shape is not just because it's A shape, but the fact that number one, it is an A shape that has been disrespected. One, candle respected this fact that it tapped into it and closed below. Then candle disrespected it to the upside, making this A shape very valid because it had actually that the A shape had engaged one of the rules which it always does, which is market tapping into it and then rejecting, right? Are you with me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Are you still on this call? Can you hear me? Is it my network? Can you hear me? Okay, it's fine. It's fine then. Okay. So this A shape that was initially used, market came into it, rejected below, and then did what? Closed above. So at this point now, you see that this A shape that was supposed to be used for a sell is now an anticipatory point that we want to use to engage our what? Our buys. Just like I explained initially that we can have um an A shape that we expect market to use for a sell, and then when market disrespect it, it is possible that we can use that same place after having having an inducement, which is our logic, a candle that trades into it but didn't touch the key level. Then you see that after market had done this, then the next candle will do what? Come tap into that uh, A shape key level that we're supposed to use for a sell and then use it for a buy. That's exactly what we have in this area. That's what we have here. That's what we have here. So um that's it. That's it. So I believe this is clear now. I believe this is clear now. So that is just a quick one on my view on GBP card. And then apparently tomorrow is NFP, first Friday of the month. Tomorrow is NFP. So give or take, I'm going to be having this. So let's see what NFP is going to look like. Right. Let's see what NFP is going to look like. And Of course, for GBP card, this is my trade idea for GBP card. This is my trade idea. Let's see how it plays out. I'm gonna make this video very, very short. Very, very short. So see you guys on the other hand.